Hi, I'm Dave,
And I'm Susan.
and we are Stop Eat Explore.
This week we're going to talk about our last camping trip of the season. We went to Steamboat Campground in Jenison, Michigan.
Everything went well until 1:30 in the morning when Susan woke me up. Looks like we're going to the hospital.
Stay tuned for more details. We wanted to talk to you about a recent medical scare we had on a camping trip. During the middle of the night, I woke up and I had severe chest pains. And I wasn't willing to take the risk and Google and do all those things. So we went to the hospital. Praise God, it came out to be nothing serious, but I was admitted for the night for additional tests and everything's fine. But this brought a very important thing in our minds for everybody to be aware of that we really hadn't thought about that much. It's the fact that when you are camping, you are away from home, and things can happen with your health. We started thinking back, and over the years of our camping, we've had several instances where medical attention has been needed. One time we were camping with friends, and their son decided to ride his bike off a mountain and went tumbling down and was unconscious, and we had to call the paramedics, and they had to come in and drag him back up the mountain, and thank God he wasn't hurt bad, but that was a quick pack up for everybody and go to the hospital. Another time, rough housing in the camper, one of our kids thought they broke their arm, and we had to go to the hospital to make sure it wasn't broken. Another time, we had a kid that we thought was having an appendicitis, and we had to go find a hospital in an area that we weren't familiar with, but we did find it, and everything was fine. There was no appendicitis at that point in time. There was later. And then another time, somebody we were camping with, we were bike riding on the boardwalk, and they had a bike accident, and they broke their arm, and an ambulance had to come and take them to the hospital. So, there are things that happen, and you don't think about it as much because you're going out and you're going to have fun. So I wanted to share with you 4 things that you really need to think about when you go camping. Number 1, where is the closest emergency medical care? When we were out west in Yellowstone and in Glacier, it never occurred to us, where is a hospital or an emergency room? Had this happened there, it would have been a lot different story because we wouldn't have known where to go. Number 2, sometimes when you're camping, you don't have a cell phone signal. What do? Do you know where the closest hard phone is or where you can get a cell phone signal? It might be something you really want to know when you get somewhere because you never know when you're going to need to make that phone call, that 911 call. Number 3, and we're lucky, our healthcare provider allows us to access to this portal that tells all of our medications. But if something was wrong with Dave, I don't know if I would know all of his medicines to tell a healthcare provider. So you need to know what medicines and what dosages that your people with you camping take. And then in addition, number 4 is, do you have your ID? Do you have your insurance card with you? Because they're going to ask for those things first off. And you can't, you go to your own healthcare provider and they have it on file, but you go someplace strange and they don't have it. So you need to have that with you. A last little tidbit that would have helped us that it never occurred to us was you probably should have aspirin in your camper because most likely the first thing they're going to tell you if they think it's a heart attack or a stroke is they're probably going to tell you to take aspirin. I'm not a healthcare provider, but that's the first thing they asked me was, did you take aspirin? And I'm like, didn't even think about it. So these are things that I really hope help you. I hope you never have a problem where you need medical care, but if you do, it would be really nice to be prepared. It's not something we all want to think about, but it is something you should be aware of. Steamboat Campground is located in Jenison, Michigan, right along the banks of the Grand River. The campground is very flat, nice level spots, has a swimming pool with a good view of the river. And it also has some of the cleanest bathrooms and the bathhouse that we've seen at any campsite. The sites are equipped with 50 amp service, water, sewer, and electric. The bathrooms are also handicap equipped. There's several stalls that have just the toilet, and then there are showers and bathrooms individually. And there are also washer dryers available. You can go on a cruise on the Grand River. The cruise is about 2 hours long, and you're allowed to bring your own food, but you're not allowed to bring drinks on board. You have to purchase your drinks, but they're not very expensive and they're quite good. It's a beautiful view, and you can see the steamboat paddles going and enjoy a nice Sunday afternoon. And if you're lucky, you'll get to steer the boat and hopefully not be scared to death that you're going to run into something like a log in the water. They do kind of keep an eye on you. They let little kids steer the boat too.
Yeah, you need to take over because there's something ahead and we're not headed.
And now for my favorite part. We went to Saugatuck to Little Lucy's Kitchen, where we had conch fritters with jalapeno jelly, ahi tuna nachos, followed by pork chops and chicken with curry. The food was excellent. I highly recommend this restaurant.
Thank you for watching our video. If you liked it, give us a thumbs up.
Please subscribe and leave a comment below.
Oh, and remember, if you hit the little bell, you'll get a reminder when we send out new videos. And so,
We'll see you next time.
bye.
Bye.